in the game.
Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaVell Edwards Stadium. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with BYU's head coach. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Underwood. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets and, most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood going to try to get it himself. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Vols look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
The run inside. It's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Bryce Underwood to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's 2nd and long. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
On the run, it's White. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a connection. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Cougars, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. BYU with the 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's White. Fights his way ahead, they get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, BYU! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
They're working that left side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Johnson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Got a man in the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. And the seam on the left. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. They'll give it to him again. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to Johnson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers. The extra point here would tie the game.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Coming out with it, it's White. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody
fires into traffic, picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Underwood on the play action. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. The handoff to Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Vols will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Underwood. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Makes it past the marker. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Hey guys, the Cougars head coach told me at the half they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important.
A 50-50 ball, and Eddie comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Using his legs, it's White. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
It's complete to the right. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. Run inside. It's Johnson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Play action with Underwood. Finds his tight end. Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those.
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker Just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, listen, they're featuring this guy.
Got a little grass. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Underwood. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Got his man in the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Play fake, Underwood. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Open space at the 25. He is in. Touchdown Vols. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's White. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Maybe some room here. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Cougars! Gets it into the end zone. On to attempt to try. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Johnson. Got enough for the first. Running through contact. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Underwood to throw. He's got him. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He is stuffed on 4th down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On the ground, it's White. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There's a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. BYU now into the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cougars. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Vols in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Underwood. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Hits the accelerator to the right. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Gordon. Touchdown, Volunteers! They move on top here in the fourth. The Vols strike back with a touchdown.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Creates a little space. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Inside the 45. Maybe a crease. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. First play of the drive comes from the 22.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal.
Turning it on. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
And he puts the cherry on the sundae. I tell you what, man, this upset does not happen without this running game. He settled everybody down, toted the rock angry, made a bunch of plays. Palmer, he made it easy for this offense to have a big day.
I think he took it personally. I think he read the clippings and listened to all the experts talk about how they could not run the ball against this physical and this imposing defense, and really played with a chip on his shoulder today. He looked like he was running angry, and no question, he's the key to their team's massive upset win.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win.